They can be laid quickly and flexibly, depending on the size, but then still need to be concreted. For this, the masons insert.
You guys are incredible, to be very honest. Actually, they work smart than they work hard. Hey guys, today we are going to be checking out Building a House Part 2, Masonry House Construction Documentary. So I'm basically going to be checking out how Germany build their houses, and I'm so curious and excited to be exploring this with you guys. The weather is so hot here. Let's take a sip. Braille.
How is a house built? How does that work? We accompanied the complete construction of a typical German single-family home for more than 6 months. We were involved in every important step.
Wow.
From the first floor work to the finished house.
Oh wow. Yeah.
In the
I'm
first
loving
part,
this.
the earthworks were carried out and the floor slab was cast. Now the masonry work continues.
Building a house in Germany. Masonry. Oh, this is the part 2.
The floor slab has hardened and the bricks are already there. Now it can start.
Wait, is this how Germany's bricks are? Like it comes sealed and well packaged? You don't want to see the bricks in this part of my world. Most people don't actually build their houses with bricks. We build most time with blocks. This cement and that just is cement. Sorry, cement and sand and water. But wow, I love how packaged a brick. This brick look. I've never seen something like this. Yeah.
With the masonry. The first step, lay bitumen membrane. It protects the walls from rising damp.
Wow.
For the first row of bricks, a cement mortar has to be mixed, which later becomes as hard as concrete. It serves as an underfill to compensate for differences in height of the base plate. Because the stones must all be at exactly the same level. It starts at the corners. A laser checks whether the height is correct.
Wow.
If the first stone sits and is exactly in balance, the next ones are aligned with it. In the other corners it happens the same way. Of course, all dimensions for wall openings, for example for windows and doors, must also be observed.
Wow.
The masons have the floor plan for this. Here on the south side of the house there is already the first special feature.
Actually guys, sorry I'm pausing. But seeing this, I don't know what it's called, but looking at these charts, looks like a chart, a diagram. I don't know the electrical name or the engineering name for this, but it reminded me of when I wanted to enroll into college. I almost studied civil engineering. It was one of the dream courses for me before I took a turn to computer science. But yeah, so I'm looking at this. It's giving me joy because it's something I actually love. Yeah, one of the things I love. Oh, wow.
3 floor to ceiling windows. The row of bricks must therefore be interrupted here.
Oh, wow.
Just like on the front for the front door. The first row is slowly taking shape. The masons work their way from the corners and put stone by stone. But what kind of stone is that exactly, which is installed here?
We do not work with the external wall insulation system, which is widespread here. Instead, our houses use a so-called Puritan stone, so that's a stone made of clay, in which the thermal insulation is integrated in the stone, with hydrophobic mineral wool. So a solid stone, 36.5 centimeters thick, with hydrophobic mineral wool as insulation. That means best sound insulation and best building physical properties and also the best thermal insulation.
Wow.
The bricklayers have made the first course and are already on the second row. So-called thin.
But I noticed there wasn't like any form of deep foundation to the ground, because here in Nigeria, or basically Africa, before we build a house, we always dug hole under the ground, like make this foundation and then start putting this block and everything before the first phase. But this is like a cement floor first, and then they started bringing the whole thing up. I know, different style of building, but I think I'm falling for this.
Bed mortar now ensures the non-positive connection between
Wow.
forming the corners has the advantage that you can easily lay out the plumb lines for the next rows of tiles. At the end of the second working day, the outer walls of the ground floor are ready.
Wow, it's so different from the way
Day
building is
3.
done here.
Today the interior walls are created. Here too, a bitumen membrane is placed under the walls to protect against rising damp. The stones are so-called vertical perforated bricks in two different versions. For comparison, here both on top of each other. The brick with 17.5 centimeters wall thickness for the load-bearing walls and the narrower brick with 11.5 centimeters for the non-load-bearing walls. The floor plan shows where which stone has to be used.
Yeah.
The load-bearing walls run right through the house, between the living room, guest room, kitchen, and the utility room, and once along to the load-bearing living room wall, and the non-load-bearing walls run between the kitchen, living room, bathroom and the utility room. The walls are set up here just like the outer walls. Cement mortar under the first row, exact leveling of the first stones with laser. From the second row on, thin bed mortar, laser, spirit level, plumb line and constant checking ensure exact, straight walls. Finished. The inner walls are standing. Now the base gets a diffusion open seal before the cladding is coming. Day 4. The scaffolding comes. The base is clad and the masons set up pillars throughout the house to support the ceiling elements.
Wow.
The next morning, exactly at 8 a.m., the crane stands for the ceiling elements. The ceiling elements, so-called semi-finished part ceilings, are approximately 6 centimeters thick reinforced concrete slabs, in which part of the necessary reinforcement has already been inserted. They can be laid quickly and flexibly, depending on the size, but then still need to be concreted. For this, the masons insert.
You guys are incredible, to be very honest. I never thought ceiling would be done like that. Like, they actually made this slab and then bring it to the house and just drop it and do the other work. Oh, wow. Their building style is so different from what we do here. To be honest, I'm blown away.
Additional reinforcement bars. Firstly, to optimally connect and consolidate the ceiling with the masonry. Secondly, to join the individual ceiling elements together. This creates a stable, closed concrete ceiling after concreting.
Wow.
only the access to the stairs remains free and has to be boarded accordingly. Once all the reinforcement bars have been laid, everything is connected with wire so that nothing moves during concrete pouring. The ceiling openings for the supply lines, water, heating, electricity which comes to the upper floor also remain free. They get polystyrene covers before concreting. Finished. The concrete for the ceiling can come.
I thought as
A
much.
total of
A
approximately
crane?
12
What's
cubic
that called?
meters of concrete flow into the formwork for the approximately 10 by 10
The
meters.
beautiful thing about their work, actually they work smart than they work hard. And working smart is actually a very good thing, because this cement they're pouring now, they don't need guys to take the cement from ground floor or floor, like just like the way they do here in Africa, or should I say Nigeria. You actually see laborers around, but this one you see professional minds, because they have mechanism, or should I say machinery, sorry, to put this work together and make everything easy. Wow, you guys, I'm in love with you already.
The concrete is compacted with a surface vibrator. The surface vibrator directs high-frequency vibrations into the concrete. This increases the flowability of the fresh concrete. Air pockets rise to the surface and can escape. This gives the concrete its perfect, dense consistency.
Wow.
Finished. Now the concrete ceiling has to harden.
Okay, you guys, this was actually very I love what I saw, and it's actually different from how I know houses here is being built, but I think I prefer this method. I know in the US they use more of wood. I've actually seen videos of how USA buildings, Americans building are made. They use more of wood and, you know, ceiling board, but this one is more of bricks and iron. You guys, to be very honest, I like the fact they worked smarter, and there wasn't really in too, I know this is like hard work, but there wasn't too much physical energy put into it. Everything looks simple. They made it look simple, but I know it's kind of complex, but they work more smarter and they have the right machinery for the job. And I was so surprised to see how Germany building are being built, like their houses. You guys, the way we build our houses here is very different from the way I saw in this video. We use more of blocks, this cement and sand and water mixture to make our house. It's just few people. I think the airline, they actually built their house using bricks. Bricks here is very expensive, like literally expensive, you guys. But most houses in Germany are built with bricks. Wow, this is amazing. I enjoyed watching this video. I learned a lot. I learned a lot. This is different from what I've been checking out here on the channel, and it's very exciting for me. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. Please do not forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye guys.